Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please, everybody, like and subscribe and leave some comments down below. And today, yes, folks, it's up there on Kindle, I believe, at the moment. I'm not sure if the paperback's out, but my latest book, as you can see there, see that? Yeah, HMP Manchester Prison Officer Part 4. You can see my image there, and the other guy is PJ Proby. That guy there, yeah, that's PJ Proby. He's on the front cover of the book because he's extensively covered in the actual book itself, in which I detail his disgusting life. Well, I managed his career for a period of time and wrote some of his songs, and you'll read about it in the book. I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a case of the guy. I believe he had stage fright. He was definitely not a full bob, let me tell you that. Anyway, you're going to enjoy that, I'm sure that you will. You can get a copy now on Kindle. I'm not sure if the paperback's out, but anyway, it's up there, folks. Yeah, HMP Manchester Prison Officer, Part 4, Volume 4, by John G. Sutton. Just search that on Google, you'll get there. And do please buy my book, you'll enjoy this one. I'm sure you will. You enjoyed the others as well, they're doing quite well. I read a report today about a teacher, a female teacher, at HMP LINWOOD near Doncaster, who had been sentenced to 5 years, 3 months imprisonment for smuggling drugs into prison. Apparently she had over half a kilogram of ketamine and cocaine that she was taking into the prison and was supplying inmates. She made some story up about she was being blackmailed, and she invented these messages that she actually sent to herself from another phone, which the police on investigating found that to be a complete fabrication. And she's got 5 years, 3 months. You see, the thing is, I keep saying this, young women in prisons are very vulnerable. Grown men are vulnerable at times. I previously recounted the story of the senior warrant officer from the Air Force who joined the HMP Wormwood Scrubs, and within the matter of weeks on D-Wing, he had been corrupted by the inmates and was smuggling whiskey, cigarettes in, and taking bets out and putting bets on at the bookies for them. Well, you see, if it can happen to a man like that, who told me when I warned him about all this, that he was experienced in dealing with men for the last 30 years in the Royal Air Force. Well, it didn't help him on D-Wing, did it? Because you have to have a very strong mind, and don't forget, when people are offering you £1,000 or whatever, all you got to do is get this. The problem is, you might very well need £1,000, but as soon as you take anything from an inmate, they've got you, and you cannot get out of it then. There's a documentary, well, it's a pseudo documentary. It's Stephen Graham, I believe it is in it, yeah, and Sean Bean, yeah. It's called Time. You can get that on BBC iPlayer. I highly recommend it because it shows you just exactly what happens when prison officers get corrupted. and for many reasons. In the actual documentary, the pseudo documentary with Stephen Graham, he is blackmailed by thugs in the prison system who tell Stephen Graham's character that they are going to injure his son, who has inadvertently found himself in a different prison, locked up. So it's well worth watching that. it almost captures it, the pressures. And you can imagine being a 25-year-old young woman on the landings, dealing with sophisticated career criminals. They got no chance. And the Home Office needs to wake up and pay attention to that fact, because they're absolutely sailing these women down the river. And what they're doing, then they're charging them and imprisoning them. It's a self-perpetuating bloody system. Absolutely ridiculous. Have a look at my book. I'm going to put a link down below so that you can have a look at this book, my new book, online on Amazon. Alright, I sincerely hope that you're going to have a look at that, and let's get it to number 1 on the charts, should we? Perhaps, I think we've got it in with a chance. I'm going to read you a poem now. This is about the situation that's pertaining very much in the Ukraine at the moment.
Clary is your AI companion for emotional well-being.
Just give me a second, I'm just trying to get rid of this. Yeah, here we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, here we are. So what's happening in Ukraine at the moment is America is sending an envoy, that idiot, that orange pseudo-president, Donald Trump, is sending his envoy, Witkoff, I think his name is, to tell Vladimir Putin in Russia that America will recognize the Donbass area of Ukraine as being Russian territory. Basically, they're giving in. And in what Rudyard Kipling described as paying the Dane Geld. Dane Geld was when the Danish and the Vikings raided Britain and were demanding gold and whatever. And the problem was that no matter how much gold you gave them, they came back for more. So this is Dane Geld by Rudyard Kipling. And I say I'm reading this because it pertains to what's happening in the Ukraine at the moment. Dane Geld. It is always a temptation to an armed and agile nation to call upon a neighbour and to say, "We invaded you last night. We are quite prepared to fight, unless you pay us cash to go away." And that is called asking for Dane Geld. And the people who ask it explain that you've only to pay 'em the Dane Geld, and then you'll get rid of the Dane. It is always a temptation to a rich and lazy nation to puff and look important and to say, "Though we know we should defeat you, we have not the time to meet you. We will therefore pay you cash to go away." And that is called paying the Dane Geld. But we've proved it again and again, that if once you have paid him the Dane Geld, you'll never get rid of the Dane. It is wrong to put temptation in the path of any nation, for fear they should succumb and go astray. So when you are requested to pay up or be molested, you'd better find it policy to say, "We never pay anyone Dane Geld, no matter how trifling the cost. For the end of that game is oppression and shame, and the nation that plays it is lost. And that is what America is doing right now. And it's that time of day, folks. Don't forget to get my book. Have a look at the link down below. Comments, insults, all the rest. That's the song dinger, folks. You've been warned. And this is going to be rubbish because my voice ain't so good today. It never is any good, is it, Larry? Eh? Bob the Bob and Aiden and all that lot. Here we go. Stand by. This is originally by Patsy Cline. It's crazy. And I'm dedicating this one to PJ Proby, who was featured in my new book, by the way, along with Derek Okora, that fraudulent psychic medium. This is Crazy by Patsy Cline. Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me, just as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying. I'm crazy for crying. And I'm crazy for loving you. There you go. That's enough of that. If you enjoyed it, I'll see you on the sick parade tomorrow morning. Tales from the Jails. Don't forget, click on my book here and have a look. Volume 4.